Today we're here at Escape Adventures in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! So let's go in. They are, something really cool about them is that they are LEED certified. So I'm going to take a video of that green building tour. Very cool. Let's see what we've got. Hi everyone, we're here at Las Vegas Cyclery talking with the owners of Escape Adventures, and we're in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! Woo! So this is Heather, and she's gonna show us around the shop, and then we're gonna talk to her and Jared about some business things. So if you have any bike questions or any Escape Adventure questions, type them in and we will answer them as we go. Okay.
So move out the front door. This is the front door right here, and we well, turn around across here. You're on the floor on the carpet. We'll start here. Right when you walk in, ride by Save Earth. Am I getting that? Ride by Save Earth.
There we go.
So this is an environmentally net zero LEED platinum building. It was the first one in the country built, and that means we produce more energy than we consume. So the whole building is right here, platinum, net zero energy building. So the whole building is built to face the sun, to utilize natural energy sources. It's locally sourced. When we started our company, our mission has been celebrating human power in the natural environment. So human power, see people move their own bike. Everybody that comes here is very positive, healthy, and lifestyle minded. Yeah, cares about being there. So we have bike rack, bike path. Our complex is with this building and the building over here put together. We have trails going around this. So it's called the Retail Trails Complex. And all health-minded businesses. We have a chiropractor, a sporty chiropractor with a naturalist in that building. And we have a sport optics, Pete's Coffee, which is really exciting because it's the first one in Vegas. And also a healthy Thai. So come on.
Okay, so we're apologize for the wind interruption and the lack of internet. We're always exploring different ways of doing things. So we're back and we're answering some more questions with Heather, and in a minute, Jared. One of the questions that after we saw, I don't know if you saw the windmill outside, but one of the questions that's come up that's prevalent right now is, how have the fires affected your business lately?
So more than that, I mean, we have so many different tours. We have 52 different tours. And so more than the fire specifically, if there's one area that's bad, we'll just go focus on some of the other areas. But in general, since 1992, we've noticed just the change of the climate, less water, more heat. It's just being on the front lines. Like we started in Grand Canyon before the bark beetle. We started up in Bryan Head before the bark beetle came and took up half of the tree away. So we, meaning all of our employees and customers and tour guests, are really environmentally conscious because we see what we're kind of on the front lines. We were there before the bark beetle took away half the trees, and then we were there before the fires took away another half of the trees, and And there are a lot of beautiful places still, but we just understand the importance of taking care of our environment and not just
makes you appreciate it more because you're out in it and you care about it. It becomes a part of your natural lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like being on the front lines versus seeing a war,
a picture. Be like, oh, that's sad that's happening. No, that's your front yard or your backyard.
Yeah. So it really matters and it's really important, and that's why we care so much about our whole building. If you can look, the ceiling is all pointed towards the sun. It's all natural energy sources, and the lighting that's like solar tubes. Okay, so that's all natural lighting there.
Natural light.
Yeah, lots of fun and exciting things. And besides that, it's turned into it's not just a tree hugger kind of a thing. It's turned into an economic benefit.
Yeah.
So people from all over the country will come here to see the building, and while they're here, we can show them the bikes.
Right.
Sell them on a bike.
And then say, wouldn't you like to be in this environment? Here's the way to get to it.
Going on a tour and celebrating our wonderful mountains.
Yeah.
Las Vegas is a great place because it's halfway between the Grand Canyon and Zion and Bryce and the beaches in California and the wine country. We're so central to all these places. We've always said that Vegas is the best city to get out of.
So come here.
It's right in between everything. And also we're right next to Red Rock Canyon, so a lot of people come here and they rent bikes. And even what's really neat now is we're kind of embarking on a new section of public that we haven't been able to before. People who who haven't who necessarily couldn't ride as far with the electric bikes.
Oh yeah, the electric bikes are cool. We have a video, we have a picture of that, and we'll include it after we are done.
Yeah. So for the fit person, they can do twice as many mountains in the same amount of time. For the person who's just getting into it, they're able to do something that they wouldn't have otherwise been able to do, like ride up a mountain, ride up a hill that they couldn't have otherwise done. And so it's really neat because you could say, oh, well, that's a handicap advantage. You know, you're using the electricity. Or you could look at it like that's somebody who otherwise would have been sitting on the couch.
Yep.
And they're out enjoying nature.
They're out at their level, progressing,
and if we come over here, I'll show you. What's really cool about it too is I'm walking backwards. Is that pretty good?
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna do this skill too.
So what's cool too is you have the levels. Like you can do 100% power, which means so it's not actually gonna. It's not.
You're gonna.
So you can choose if you want it to. It won't just go by itself. You can't just turn the throttle and it'll go. It's pedal assist, and so by pedaling, it can add up to 100% more of your own energy to it, and it's all plugged into the sun, so it's all natural. But so you could do 100% assist or 30% assist. You can even do a negative assist if you want an extra workout. And when you're doing an extra workout, you're actually charging into the battery. You're putting energy back into it for later. Yeah. So it's fun, and we have everywhere. Kids like the hardcore to over here to and here comes Jared.
Hey, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Jared's been feverishly getting ready for that tour that we talked about in California, and
We're live here?
Yes,
Oh,
we're live.
okay.
Yeah, sorry. So this is Jared Fisher, and this is their bike shop. Jared, so we were talking a little bit, we saw a tour of the bike shop, and we're talking about what started this company for you guys.
Well, we saw a need for bike touring, and Heather saw a need for bike shop. So we kind of put those two together, and it's
what happened
more.
with our tour guys? We're doing seasonal work, and then moving away for the
and then you're like, no, I need more.
So
you just started it.
Year round, yeah.
That's neat.
You have to rehire every year.
Yeah. So another question that I know a lot of, this is backwards, so I'm always trying to figure out which way
the right go. Okay.
business owners want to know is what's a hardship in starting a company or in running a small business that you've gone through?
Money.
Money.
Yeah, having resources to capital. If banks can't be lending, if they're not able to lend small business owners money, then you can kiss it goodbye. Yeah, you either have to have a rich relative or something, or you have to just work really, really hard and get a lot of really good breaks your way in order to pull things off. And it gets harder and harder every year. So just having resources to money, and then once you have that money, managing it properly, that's key to the business owner. So
the way we started our business was not money at all.
It was a little bit
hard work.
It was a lot of hard work. It was being able to, as two college students, we didn't have kids to take care of and big bills. We just kept putting our money back into it. We started by buying a van from by buying a used van and going to the junkyard to get the bench to put it on, cutting out, doing everything with innovation.
Bikes,
building. We started by renting our own 2 bikes, and so that made it a plan to get 2 more bikes, 24 bikes, and just gradually build up, putting all the money back in.
So you can kind of relate to the people that walk in the door to buy your product too. You can be like, you know what, we've been there, and it's important. It's a lifestyle. It's also the environment. So that's great. Something that we want to talk about next also is that Jared, you ran for office for governor here, mostly due to the care that you have for the environment and also the care you have for small business owners. What's something that you can share with us about that experience that you've had?
I would say, our system is it's more difficult. That's a complicated question because I feel bad for a lot of small businesses that don't have access to money, who are trying so hard to start up their businesses, and then overburdened with small little fees, taxes, regulations. They're all roadblocks in front of small businesses.
Right.
And so that's part of the reason me running was I wanted to help eliminate those, because ultimately small businesses are going to help the whole community.
Right.
They're going to provide jobs. They're going to put money back into your communities. So when we make it more difficult and easier for a small business owner to go, I'll just close up my business because I can't pay that bill anymore, or I can't pay this particular tax anymore, then immediately you lose the taxpayers that are coming in, the employees that are coming in that pay taxes and contribute to the community. They're gone. And now they are become a liability to your community or your state because they then go on unemployment insurance and so forth. So, or
they get a job but they don't like it. They're not fulfilling their passion.
Yeah, and one of the things I always say to small businesses is, a lot of people talk about minimum wage and so forth. I always think a small business, pay your employees good as best you can. Treat them like family. Pay them the best you can and keep them around. And that's a key, because keeping them happy and not having to deal with minimum wage issues on ballots and questions coming up with legislation. I think if we as employers can try and do our best to pay our employees more, we're all going to be better off in the long run.
Well, and I love that too, because really the American dream is why we're here. American dream is small businesses and having an idea, having the faith to move it forward and to believe in what you're doing. And if there are roadblocks, like you say, all of these different things, they add up. And so that's why we support small businesses and we want to help them. And we're really grateful for you guys and the example that you set in the community, saving Red Rock, and doing your part to try to help change things. And I'm sure that that's making a big difference to a lot of people around here.
I hope so.
Yeah. So I do, as a closing, I always ask, is there a promotion or something coming up that you'd like everyone to know about?
No, just go out and ride bikes.
Go out and ride bikes.
And if you need one, come see us.
There you go. We're attaching all of their links to this in a few minutes, and we'll let you know if you're if you're local to Utah, if you're in Las Vegas, even if you're not from these areas, these guys are great guides, and they have the 411 on where to go. Grand Canyon. What are some of your other famous ones?
We have a shop in Moab.
Shop in Moab.
We do tours everywhere from most of the national parks, like from Canada to Mexico, mostly on the west United States.
Yep. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's really appreciated. You guys are working hard. Thank you. Bye, everyone.